Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a green festive Christmassy pretty wild set. As you can see, there's a lot of snowflakes and all sorts going on in today's set. We've got 3 different shades of green. I've gone for pretty much like a nice variety of green. So we've got Minty Mirage, Perfect Green, Little Secret. I probably have butchered the first one completely. I'm not always the best with names. We do also have this glitter, which currently is giving off like a bluey vibe, but when we top coat it later on, it's going to be like this yellowy, goldy colour. So right now we're going to do our background shades first. So we're going to have 2, I'm going to call this colour quite minty green. So we're going to have 2 of those. We're going to have one that's the darkest shade of green. We're going to have one that's half minty green and then half of the darker green, and then the last but not least is going to be an ombre, and that's when we're going to use the lighter shade of green. And that's basically the only time where we're going to use the lighter shade of green. When I was making this set, I did think to myself, maybe it wasn't the best idea to include the light green. So if you don't want to, it's probably okay to skip. Although at the end, I do feel like it kind of looks kind of nice. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of up to you guys. Because 1 minute you can see it, the next you kind of can't really. So is it kind of worth the effort, an extra colour added in? I don't know. Up to you guys. I'm going to blend the 2 colours with my Madam Glam ombre brush here in the centre. And then off that goes in for another cure in the lamp. And then I will do another layer off camera. Alrighty, now that that's out, I'm going to work on the ombre nail first. So using the darker shade of green, I'm going to almost do like a border, and I'm going to do 2 lines going right from the top right to the bottom, and I'm going to leave the middle part as is, and I'm going to colour in the sides. So I'm going to do that with my nail art brush, just because I did consider doing it with the brush from the bottle, but I am quite clumsy and I just thought it would probably be best I don't do that. So we're going to colour that in, and I think I do go ahead and do 2 coats because in areas it did feel quite sheer and I wanted the full opacity, so I do go in with another coat off camera. Here it is. Now at this stage we're going to start playing about with the glitter. So with the glitter on this nail, I'm going to apply a base coat. That's going to work as our background gluey contraption. And then with my ombre brush, I love that ombre brush, guys. I literally use it for everything. I'm going to use it as a glitter picker-upper and I'm going to just kind of pick up the little chunks of glitter and I'm going to place it down again. Right now it looks pretty blue, but it's not going to be later on. It's going to be yellowy. And I'm trying to kind of, you know, disperse the glitter evenly across only the middle part, not the sides, as much as I can. It can be quite hard, you know. Ideally I'd probably want to pop a bit of that glitter on a plate or something else next to me, but every time I do that I always take out way too much and then it's so hard to put it back in its container. So most of the time I do try and use it from the actual like acrylic container that I've got it in. But if you find it easier to have it a little bit sprinkled on the side, and then that way you can kind of pick up whichever size you prefer, then absolutely go for it, because it really, really does make your life much easier. Now that that's in the lamp for a cure, I'm going in with the base coat again, and this time we're going to work on the minty nail. And this one is going to have a cluster of 3 little chunks of glitter on the nail. So at first I'm going to do it right at the top, then in the middle, and 1 little chunk at the bottom. Right now it looks a bit wild. You're probably thinking, what is she going to be doing with that? But it's such a cute little method that I started doing. I think this is like the 2nd or 3rd nail that I've done, or set that I've done it like this. It's just so cute, and then that way it gives me an excuse to stamp anything I want on this nail, which is what makes it really exciting for me. So later on we're going to stamp some I think like Christmassy little images, which is really cute. So whilst the rest are curing, we're going to start on our stamping. So on one of the minty nails, I'm going to do this snowflakey pattern. I really like that in between the snowflakes there were those little like dotted lines. I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm going to have to double stamp that because my nail is way too long. I often get quite a lot of comments asking where I get my nails. They're from Macart, and I know that they're kind of hard to get really from Macart themselves. So I get mine on eBay actually, They, I don't know whether it's like a wholesaler or what's going on, but they're on eBay and I get them there and they come, it's all safe and sound. So if you're in the market or you wanted to get some yourself, just hop onto eBay. I'm in the UK if that helps as well. I don't know if it's any different if you're going to shop abroad. On to the next nail though. Here on the center, I wanted to do some snowflakes. At first I did stamp with some white stamping polish, but you could not tell what I just stamped down, so it was just a waste. So I did end up wiping it away and I'm going in with some black. Now, I connected two of the same patterns together, that as you can see, but in the middle, there was something lacking, so I just thought I'll take out my clear jelly stamper plate with my snowflakes. I'm going to pick a little one out and then stamp it in the center, and it looks so much better. Now, this is the part where it was the most fun to do. So, I've got the stamping plate from Moyu London. Disclaimer though, guys, Moyu London are discontinuing their stamping plates. So, if you want to get anything, I haven't been on the website for a little while now, so I don't know if they still have it on there though. But they are discontinuing the whole stamping range. So, if you're interested in any of the stamping plates I use that are from Moyu London, if I were you, I'd probably run whilst they are still available. So this one's really cute. This one's Knoll Collection 22, and it's just so cute because you get all these like Christmassy, cartoony looking, you know, cutesy little things. So the first one I stamped down is a little hot chocolate with some cream, and there's a candy cane on there and a little heart in the center. The next one I wanted a little bit larger, so I went in with a Christmas tree. And I'm doing it very simple. I'm just colouring it in with some white. All of the products here I'm using are like actual stamping products. So the polish here that I'm using is some stamping polish, and it doesn't cure, it just dries. And this is from, I think the white is from Moyu London, but Born Pretty is just an amazing brand if you're gonna get into any sort of stamping. I find it the most easiest, the most affordable. It's just the best one to get in my opinion, especially if you're starting out. So Born Pretty is your probably go to. I am using my Moyu London. I'm getting my names confused. I'm using my Moyu London because obviously I want to use it all up and stuff, but I'll definitely be using Born Pretty. The black here, for example, is Born Pretty, just their larger bottle because they do smaller ones too. Then last but not least, I wanted something tiny because we're going to place it at the bottom of the nail, and I couldn't actually find too much on that plate that was super, super tiny. But I did notice that they have this little gingerbread man, so here it goes. We're going to colour that in again. Before you stamp it down, make sure the back is no longer like super soggy wet. Just make sure it's kind of like a little bit matte. That's the best time to stamp it because you don't want it too wet because it's literally going to just smudge everywhere. That's why every time before I stamp, I do leave it for a little while. In the meantime, I, clean my plate or I clean around me just whilst I'm waiting before I stamp down. And that's going to be that one done. The next plate, I've honestly got all the plates out today, guys. This plate is actually from AliExpress, and it has really cute little snowflake patterns here and there. We used it earlier too on that ombre nail. Now on this one, I kind of wanted something to separate the two colours that I've placed down. So I quite like this pattern, so I thought let me colour it in with the white just to continue with the whole pattern of, black and white together. And then we're going to stamp it in the centre where the dark grey with the dark green with the light green meets. So this was a bit of a lengthy process here. I was checking if I needed to colour in anymore, but I didn't, which is nice. And it's so much pressure to stamp straight, guys. I started using my clear jelly stamper that's glittery, and as much as cutesy as it is, it definitely does impact your vision when you're stamping. So, and that's actually funny enough my first stamper that I got as well. So if you're in the market and you're wanting to get into stamping, I highly recommend, or don't recommend actually, getting the glittery ones. As cute as they are, I'll probably go for a clear one first, and then the more comfortable you are, then you can invest and get some cutie little ones. But yeah, it was definitely a bit of a nightmare when I first got it. So at this stage, I wanted some extra little things. So I got another stamping plate that you probably haven't seen yet. It's probably like the fourth one in today's video. I wanted some snowflakes, but I kind of didn't want the ones that the clear jelly stamper plate offered earlier. So I got this one out, and we're going to stamp 2 snowflakes, half of each one. Now we're finally done with the stamping, guys. I know this was a very, very large fragment of the video that had the stamping. Now it's time to jazz up this one once more with some glitter. I had something in there, I think. And I did some very, very tiny little glitter chunks around the snowflake. In the first prototype, if you notice, this nail was completely done differently, and I did not like it at all. There was just so much going on. It was like too much, and it just didn't look like it came together well. So as I was filming, I was kind of changing things around to in what I thought would make it look better, and I think it definitely made it way better. At least I prefer it so much better. So just a couple around those snowflakes. Once I'm happy, I'll pop it into the lamp for a cure. Once they come out, we'll be at the stage of matte top coating, but we still have quite a bit of the video left to go because we're going to do some nail art gel little touches here and there. We've got some crystal placement to do as well. And then finally the set will be done and ready to show you guys right at the end of the video. Make sure to check out all of my description for any discount codes, especially for Madam Glam. I've got a quick code down there, cashback website. If you use my link, you'll get £15 for free once you get your first £5 cashback. I think I have other stuff down there too. I need to get way better at actually listing things that I'm using in the video, but most of the time it's literally just Madam Glam. I guess the stamping plates would be quite handy, although quite a lot of them, I have to admit, I got ages ago. I've been collecting stamping plates forever now, so it might be a bit of a pain sometimes to go digging for them, especially the AliExpress one. It's not that easy to Google on there and like get it up, but I should probably look into that more. Right, can you see that the nails are now matte, but the glitter is kind of yellowy goldy? It's kind of cool. So at this stage, I'm using my Madam Glam nail art gel. This cure's tack free, and it's so nice to work with if you're gonna do line work, nail art, anything, you know, particular line work and stuff. So this will cure tack free, will be glossy on top of the matte, which is really nice. The consistency is a thicker too, but not too thick. It's a really nice consistency, and that way you don't have to do 2 coats of anything. You can just do 1, and the opacity is right there, and it just saves you time too, really. It's amazing, and I love working on the matte top coats with it, just to give it that extra little shine and dimension to your nails. So we did the line work earlier. Now we're just going to scatter some dots around this nail. Feel like it added some extra cuteness to it as well. After that one is done, we do have some crystal placement, which I believe is going to be up next. And then once that's done, some extra dots, because obviously I can never know when to stop. And then finally the set will be done. The crystal placement itself today, very simple, literally 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals or charms even combined together to create a little placement. Nothing too crazy. The Run-Stain glue that I'm using today is from McCart's. It comes in those tubes, but I depot mine into this little like black pot because I just find it so much easier. I feel like I can pick up the amount I want to pick up of the product and not how much I squeeze out by accident. But here it is, so massive AB circle at the top, then a white bow, then this like long crystal, and then to finish it off, a tiny little AB will go on there. That will be going into the lamp for a cure. Once it's out, again, just those dots. I really like doing them for some reason recently. Whenever I'm stuck or I just feel like a nail is missing something, those dots come out. So we're doing them again. Again, once you're happy, pop that into the lamp. Make sure you cure these properly. They do require a bit more of a longer cure, I think, because they are a bit more thicker and pigmented. So make sure you don't undercure them, because I've done that before in the past and it's just a nightmare. Make sure you don't do that. Once you're happy, pop it into the lamp for the final and last cure. I'll have all the nails on the little stand any second. Let me know in the comments what you think and which nail is your favourite. I have to say, I've got 2 favourites. Mine is either the ombre nail with the snowflake down the centre, or the cute little glittery nail with the little 3 random Christmassy images. Those are my little 2 favourites. The other ones, they're okay. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.